today we learn what is the middleware. Okay, so exactly first thing, what is meant by middleware? Okay, so meaning of that middleware, the first thing, let's say in our at home we have the pipeline, right? Or we have in every village we have the pipeline. Okay, see, let's see, this is the pipeline. So each pipeline we have chamber. So water is coming from here and water is going from here. Okay, see, if water it will become here, we have some chamber here in everywhere. In every village we have. So what is happening? Water is coming from here. It will stop here. It will filter here. Or if anything it is there, we will remove it. Okay. So then water it will go here. Then it will go here from bypass of these chambers. Okay, from bypass of the this changer. So this is the example. So what is the relation with our middleware? Let's say we have one GET API. Okay, we have one API. Which API? We have, let's say we have the GET API. Okay, we have one GET API. We'll increase the size. We have one GET API. See, inside that GET API, we need to check authentication. Okay, we need to check authentication that user is login or not. So that time what we need to do? We need to create one common function that called as the middleware. Okay, a middleware is a function that runs between receiving request and sending response. Means what? We are receiving the request and we are sending the response. Okay, that is the API. But in middleware, if in that middle of that API, if you pass any one function to check the validate that API, to check validate that request before sending the response, that's called that middleware. First thing we have in middleware, we can access the three things. Which one? Request. Second one, response, and third one, next. Inside middleware we can access these three things. Okay, these three things we can access in middleware. What is the response? What is the request? What is the response? And what is the next? Response means nothing but information about the request, just like URL, body, header. This is the request. What is the response? Response object to send data to back to the client, means which API response we are receiving, na? That one. Okay, that is the middleware. Middleware means nothing but we are checking something in that middle of the API. The main thing, when to use the middleware? Okay, when we can use the middleware? When we can use middleware. Okay, the first thing we can use with the authentication purpose, protected route purpose. Okay, where we can use authentication, authorization, check user if login or not. That is the main case we can use. Okay, that is the main case we can use it. Then we can use the handles error, show friendly error messages. Okay, that second point we can use here. Okay, then where we can use serve static files, where if we want to send the static file, we can use that. Okay, these 3 points we can use. Now coming to how we can use and when we can use. So I have an example. Okay, what is the example? I have an API. Okay, which API? Login API. Once we log in, we will get the one token with that login API. Okay, so let's say after login only we can access the dashboard, right? So in that dashboard API, if I want to check user is logged in or not, how we can get to know? We can get to know the one authentication token middleware we can pass. Inside that function, we can check that user is logged in or not. If it is logged in, then we can pass the next function. Pass control to next middleware route. Anything. So this function we have passed into the middle of the API, where this is the API route, then we have the middleware, and then we are sending the response to user. Is what? First it will become the URL, then it will become the middleware to check. If it is middle got success, then only it will be moved for the response. So why we need to use the middleware? Help reuse code across multiple routes. If we can create the different routes, there also we can use the same function here, and simple we can pass common middleware we have created. Middleware nothing but the common function, so that is what the middleware. That's it, nothing about that, nothing is different. If your interview asks to you, same thing you have to say, same example you can say, same scenarios you can say. Okay, that's it.